Boom, we're here, guys. We're live. We're on a slight 42-minute delay because, unfortunately, CrownUpGuy, you know, he's 21 years old. He's winning $1.2 million, 1.3, 1.25.
Yeah, 1.3, but whatever.
1.3 million. The kid doesn't know how to be on fucking time. You know, it's okay. So we're here. We're live. We're live streaming. Joining from one, aka Chicago Joey. For those that don't know who I am, who are just tuning in to see Fedor, aka CrownUpGuy, aka the coolest 21-year-old poker player / WCOOP Main Event winner in the world. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, man? Welcome.
Hey, I'm awesome. I just came back from a run, and I'm a little bit sweaty. It's good that you don't smell how I smell, because it's pretty awful.
We're here, guys. Oh. Yeah, make sure you put the audio on mute on your end over there.
Yeah, I did. Okay, there you go.
Word. All right. So yeah, guys, we are live streaming this, and if you guys have never tuned into one of my live streams, one of my podcasts, I basically do a bunch of podcasts, mainly focused on PLO, which is the game I played for quite a long time. I usually have PLO guests on. I do a series called Poker Life, where I have people outside of PLO on, and you can check my channel. I've kind of done a lot of stuff now. But yeah, that's my short introduction. I'm not going to say any more about me. Fedor, let me explain to the people who you are, okay? I didn't do much research about you because I don't like to research people I don't know much about. So we're going to learn a bit about you today. From what I figured out, 21, 21, that's it. Let's go. Go from there. 21, that's what I got so far here.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the best to start from scratch, I think. So I'm 21 years old. I was born in Germany, and right now I live in Vienna. So I love poker. I play poker for about 3 years now, and yeah, things been going pretty well so far. So yeah.
You're honestly right. You're like the youngest person we've had on by a couple years. So I don't think I've had a 21-year-old on, because most of the PLO guys are a bit older, except Isildur, and he's like 23 or 24. But you're the first 21-year-old. You're like the fucking
the kid. Yeah, just name it. It's fine.
You got an ID by any chance? Are you sure you're 21 years old?
No, I don't. I'm one of those Brazilian kids they take from Brazil, and I'm actually like 15 years old.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I'm ever interested in picking up 18-year-old girls, I'm bringing you with me, because you got that you're like that little brother kind of look going on here.
Yeah. But for that, I need the tank top. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Wait, you got big muscles? Let's see.
You can't see right now because it's not in there. But yeah, I do.
Okay, you could definitely pass for my little brother, man. You kind of look like my little brother. He was recently on. Kind of look like him. You could pass for him, man. So. But yeah, guys, as always, leave your comments. If you have any comments, questions for me, or for CrownUpGuy, Fedor. I'm going to call you Fedor from now on. Fedor, right? Is that, am I saying it right?
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call you Fedor from now on. Yeah, any questions, guys, go ahead. Leave them in the chat. Looks like we got a bunch of regulars out there. We got some new faces. And so you've been playing poker 3 years. 3 years? Come on, man. 3 fucking years? 3 fucking years? 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
You only play tournaments?
No. I play cash quite a ton, or I did this year. I played. For me, I'm not a grinder, like not a true grinder as some of you guys are. I play a lot of poker, but I don't play that much online. I play a lot live, and yeah, this year. I played, I don't know, about 100K hands cash online. Yeah, that's not much, I know, but for me it was quite. Yeah, quite a fun experience. I played like 2-5 and 5-10, and I did quite well. So I was pretty happy about doing good in another area. Mm. And besides that, I really like sit and goes. I want to play more of them, but right now I'm just not really motivated to do so. Yeah, I mean, tournaments are just my thing. I really like tournaments.
Fedor, I don't know if you ever heard of this game. It's called Pot Limit All. You ever heard of this game?
I've heard. I played some, but actually, I think I played more hands live than online. So
come on over, man. Come online. I mean, come play a little bit 25, 50, 100 on stars.
I don't think that I beat that game, maybe.
One way to variance, man. You might be running bad. One way to find out, you know. Try it out, man. We'll accept you with open arms in the PLO community, man. You seem like a nice kid. We like you. So we're gonna get down to the most important question that I've got from people, which is, what have you been doing since the win? I need a rundown. I need to know what's been happening over there.
First, so I came back from California on I think Saturday. I slept, and then Sunday tournament grind, and then Monday tournament grind, and then I won the tournament. So 3 hours after that, we have a tradition, like me and my roommates. When I win something big online, we go straight to a cafe right around the corner here, and we have breakfast and talk about like everything we want to talk about, because that's like a fun motivation, you know, when you're finished grinding and you're like, yeah, let's go out with the boys and chill a little bit. And yeah, after that, I already pre-booked a flight home to Germany. So 3 hours after that, my flight was going, so I didn't sleep at all. I didn't sleep for like, I don't know, 24 hours or something. Then I went back home, and I was at my mother's place, and it was really nice to see my family again, because we don't see each other again that much. And then a friend called me, and the friend is the guy who won the main event last year. So we're pretty good friends, and it's just the most ridiculous story ever. Before the tournament, he said, "Oh, I can't play the tournament. I'm in France. I can't play." And I'm like, "Okay, bro, I'll defend your title." And yeah, that's how it all went down. And then he was like, "Yeah, let's go out." And I was like, "Okay." So I didn't sleep, and then we went out, and it was a ridiculous night. Like, I don't know, I don't remember the last 3-4 hours. So I think I went to bed at like 5 or 6, and I was pretty fucked. Yeah.
All right, let's go. We got to go back here in time. So you talked about this night out. Let's go back. How did this night out? What's the night out like? What are you wearing to the night out? You got to be feeling good. I mean, like, I swear to God, if I'm going out after I win WCOOP Main Event, I'm walking around, huge dick, just swinging around, man, fucking king of the world. Like, what's up, man? What's up? Like, what's it like for you, man? What do you like? Did you get some nice clothes? Please don't tell me you're wearing that white T-shirt out, man.
No, I didn't. Actually, don't say something about my T-shirt, because it's like it's the team I'm playing in. It's like a bunch of it's a bunch of players, and we're pretty close friends.
Okay.
It's called Team Let's Be Continue. Just to tell everybody out there, we're gonna win all tournaments that are coming up. We have 2 WCOOP Main Event titles and every major title you can have. So watch out, guys. Watch out.
I like this kid. I like this kid's. I like your spirit, man. I'm with it. I'm totally with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just pretty much waiting for an EPT title. That's the only thing that's still up there. Like EPT and WSOP, that's all we need. And then yeah, then poker's over. It's like done.
Okay, let's go back to this night, because I'm partial to the rage life. You know, tournaments I can't be bothered to care much about, but raging I can care a lot about. So you go to this night. It's you and another guy.
Sorry?
That you and one guy go out that night to celebrate.
Yeah.
There
were like, he brought some friends. Like, I casually know them. We've been partying before, but just I think 5 friends and his girlfriend. But it was, all of them were pretty into it, so it was pretty crazy. It was pretty nice.
You get a nice table at this place. You're taking care of the group, right?
Actually, I don't have any baller stories to tell. I'm pretty sorry. No table, just no table.
Went and celebrated in general admission style, correct?
I don't know why. I never balled. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
1.2 million, man. I don't know, Fedor, you might have to. You need me to come out there for a weekend, man. I mean, I've been known to rage pretty hard, but I'm retired. But for a moment like this, I would happily come out there, and you know, I'll help you pick up some 28-year-olds. You can help me pick up some 17, 18-year-olds.
Of course.
And that could be fun.
Right?
You're in Austria, right? Vienna's in Austria, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
They have a lot of beautiful women here. It's pretty sick.
Tell us more.
Huh?
Tell me more.
Do you I mean, some of you might know Tinder, so it's ridiculous. Like, the rate of hot girls here in Vienna is like triple than in other cities. It's I don't know why, but it's just, yeah. I just do it casually, and I'm not a big fan of the app, but.
Okay, we believe you. Someone asked, what's your... I didn't want to ask. I'll ask the question later once we get a little more into it. He basically was saying, how many girls have you had company with since your big win? You know, because I feel like some people would celebrate in pretty epic style, so...
Yeah, I don't know. If you want to hear, like, those stories, then I'm definitely the wrong person. I don't know. It's just, I mean, it was a nice win, but it was like, I mean, I think it has a lot to do with how much it changes in your life. And the win didn't change too much in my life. I mean, it's a shit ton of money, and I know it's like awesome, but there were wins before that changed, more my situation. So when I went from like playing low stakes to winning something really big, that was way sicker for me than winning this one. I mean, it's so cool because the title means so much to me, but in terms of money, I'm already over the limit of money I can spend, like I just have my flat and I have all the things I need, and there's, I don't need to show off that I have this money, so I'm not going out and then spending champagne and everything. I just
We were trying to give the guys a good story out there, man. I'm sad. Man, these guys want to hear a story. These guys out there, they're dreaming about this. They're dreaming about this moment. You want to know what these guys dream about when they win? Hookers, drugs. This is what they dream about. That's that's why when I'm talking about stories, I mean, I don't do too much, but you got to get these guys excited because these guys, man, you know that, right? There's a time in your life. I don't know if you ever actually had a time in your life where you were dreaming about winning this much money because you just
I was.
And started winning. But you sit at home, you watch stuff like this. You watch an interview with a guy that won $1.2 million, and some people think that it's like this rock star lifestyle after you win.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting there for people to hear that it's not necessarily like that way. It's like you win, you go out with your friend, you have a normal kind of night, you come back and you're ready to get back on the grind kind of thing.
I mean, I'm not saying it was a crazy weekend. Like, for example, after that I came back, like I was on a wedding, so that was like kind of a timeout. But after that I came back home. We went out partying on Friday and was like I got so. I mean, we all drank a ton. It was like really cool. Cool people around and a lot of poker players and a lot of the guys who had action on me. So we all went crazy. It was a really cool night out. And after that I had a party at my place, and you couldn't move, like so many people at my place, and we filled up the tub with everything, like everything you can imagine.
Here we go.
The police came like 3 times, and I think I landed in my bed at like 2 p.m. So we've been out in the club, and I've actually no memory of where I've been, but it was a crazy time. But it's not. I will not go on like this. Like right now, it's just back to grind and back to the life I enjoy living. So yeah.
I respect that, man. That's awesome. That's good. That's great to hear, because you hear a lot of stories out there, and by hear a lot of stories, I mean I personally know the people that are these big who they eventually run pretty well. They run up a bankroll playing either no limit tournaments or PLO, and then their lifestyle completely changes. They can't sustain the lifestyle. The lifestyle affects their poker ability in the future, and then all of a sudden, at this point in time in life, they're now living in various places, either trying to get staked or semi-busto kind of thing. So it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that none of them who change their lifestyle to something that doesn't fit to them is saying, like, after 2 years, most of them say, oh, I regret that I did it, and none of them says, like, oh yeah, this was the best decision ever. So I'm still doing stuff that I really like. I'm traveling a lot, and I love to eat food, so I don't care spending a lot of money on really good food. So stuff like that, and I'm not, if I want to have a nice bike, then I just buy a nice bike, stuff like that. But it's not like some people just have to spend the money just because they feel like they have much money, so they have to spend money. But it's not like that. I don't think so. I mean, I think you should still, like, I still buy so much stuff where after that I'm like, maybe it was not necessary to buy it. And I want to keep that attitude, because otherwise it's just going out of hand.
I actually don't want you to come play PLO. You're much too level-headed for PLO. We need you to be a little bit more splashy to come play PLO with us. We got to take the invite back. The community isn't welcome. Don't look at the sign. Empire needs you. We don't need you. You're fine. So you mentioned you had some roommates, right? Are these guys well-known guys? Like I said, I don't know much about tournament players. I know a couple that I'm friends with or have had on here, but outside of that, I'm not too familiar with too many of the online guys. So are these guys like kind of well-known, big grinders, or what?
One of them is a student, because I really like to have people around me who don't play poker. Just because I made the bad experienced that if you play, or like that if poker is 90% of your life, things are just not going good, all right. And I just like to still poker is a very big part of my life, but I can do something else as well. I just hang out with friends who have nothing to do with poker, because if you hang out with friends who have something to do with poker, you always talk about it. You never have this break where you can say like, yeah, now it's yeah. But so I'm really happy that I live together with him. He's an awesome person, and the other guy is a PLO player actually. He plays up to like 10, 20, 25, 50. On
internet?
Huh?
On Pokerstars?
Not on PokerStars. I think because he comes from Denmark, he never really set up his PokerStars account. I don't know why, but I think he enjoys playing on all the other sites with the rakeback and so on. So
I might know. I'm sure I play with him then. If he plays on the untracked Euro sites, I'm sure, and he plays at 10-20 or 5-10 and above.
Yeah, he does. So maybe you know his name. Actually, I'm not sure all his names.
Don't say his name just in case. You don't gotta say Scream. It's fine. Just in case. You never know.
No. But it can be that he plays a ton. Like he's been grinding 7 hours a day for like 3 months now. So he's playing a ton. Yeah. Some
people call it a ton, I guess. Yeah. I'm not sure who calls it a ton. Some people call it a ton. But going to a point you just made, you said that you feel like when you hang out with poker players, all they do is talk about poker. And I think what you're going to find is that when you start meeting people that have been in poker a bit longer and have had a lot more success, that you actually don't have that type of interaction when you hang out with other poker players. Like some of my poker friends, we literally never talk about poker, just because when you're first kind of new and you're like pumped up, you're excited, you're kind of grinding up the stakes. You're like, I feel like you're really excited to always talk about poker because you always want to get better. But eventually, you kind of get to a level where you want to enjoy your life a bit more. So once you step outside, it just takes a while though. It took me 5 years before I began to not just obsess about poker when I was with my friends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I already have those friends. Like this, like the group of people, they're really close friends. So we're not like I just don't like hanging out with people where most of what connects you is poker. Like that is. I don't know. I feel like I have to talk about poker because that's the only thing I can talk to them about. So
I think that's because they don't have many interests outside of poker, and you kind of do, or just like because poker is your one mutual interest that you know about?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's because they're still in the stage I've been before. They're still in the stage where they think too much about poker. So it's pretty tough to talk to them about other stuff. When you're trying to lead the direction into these kind of conversations, and it's more like, oh yeah, but what do you think about these 3-bet ranges? So it's tough. So I enjoy those conversations, but I enjoy other conversations more, I think.
What other? So let's say hypothetically you're out with potentially a date or with a friend. What else would you enjoy talking about? What are your other hobbies? What are your passions that you really enjoy thinking about?
I really enjoy thinking about education and psychology and how people work in general. Just random, I don't know, we just get to those random subjects all over the place because somebody read a book or somebody, like just recently a friend of mine, we talked about something and then we were talking about how to react to a kid destroying a glass. And we found out that a lot of parents, they scream at the kid because it broke the glass. But if it's unintentionally, I think you should not. Or he said that he would never scream at his kid because it's just try to help him to clean it up and explain that like just say yeah, it's whatever, because it was not intentionally, and I don't think you should blame someone for doing something unintentionally in most of the situations, and that sticks to children like a long time. Like every time you break something, you unintentionally you are scared to go up to him and say, oh yeah, I broke this, because you think, oh, he's gonna scream at me and he's gonna be very angry, and then you're trying to to not talk about it, and then at some point you're just getting into bigger shit and stuff like that. It kind of teaches being honest to other people. And just like forgiving other people for stuff they didn't do intentionally. I think that's something that is like way not normal. Like nobody does it pretty much.
Do you read a lot? Read a lot of stuff? Books?
Yeah, I do. I really like reading.
You have one. We enjoy book recommendations on here very much. Some of my favorite books I've read have been recommendations. So give us 2 recommendations of 2 books that you think we might enjoy out here.
Actually, this is a good point to mention that tomorrow I'll post a video of a book or like book recommendations. I want to do like every 2 or 3 days. I want to post a book recommendation. So I'll start here. So the book that stick the most to my mind was Switch. You googling it?
Man, I Google anytime someone tells me anything. I Google it, man. I like taking. That's too much strategy. I was just gonna say some strategic. Go ahead, keep going.
So it's like most of the books I think that I would recommend other people are books that are about psychology, pretty much.
That's fine. We like psychology.
Yeah, it's an amazing book. I think I'm just looking up by who it is. I don't know. Chip Heath and Dan Heath. Yeah, they're 2 brothers, and it is. I mean, I can go into detail about what it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk more about poker in a bit. I was just interested.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, in your other things, but usually when I tend to go down this path with people in conversation on here, it's usually because I know their poker story pretty much. So I personally like sometimes don't necessarily want to talk about poker with them. I just enjoy talking about other things with them. But for you, a lot of people they're gonna have questions. So let's get back to poker.
Yeah.
These are questions. We'll ask some questions about the WCOOP Main Event win. I think I already know the answer, but if you don't want to answer, you don't got to answer. So someone says, what percent, Dion? What's up, Dion? What percent did you have of yourself in the main event?
I'm not saying the exact number, but I had a decent chunk, and I think everybody knows that I sold 30% in the forums, and I swapped some, so I'm fine.
Okay. You do a lot of staking. You have a debatably successful staking kind of thing. What's your involvement with staking?
So, I mean, I did a lot of buying shares last year. I don't do it as much anymore. And I do have a stable. I started staking people, I think, 16 months ago. And I mean, it is not the most profitable thing to do in terms of dollars, but it was very profitable for me in terms of learning in life, and because you have to handle so many different situations where you have a business relationship but still want to kind of have a private relationship with someone as well, and still being like serious, but then you want to be nice as well and have a good relationship, and then it brings you in a lot of tough spots. So in a lot of spots where you want to be the nice guy and say yes, but you have to be the guy who's like reasonable and say no. So staking is something that learns you a lot of things in life, I think. And I started out with I think 4 people or 5 people over the course of 1 or 2 months, and I started coaching them. And at that point, I was not that successful. I was like mediocre successful, had maybe like 150K in profits online or something. And I started staking them, and I played mid stakes or like low to mid stakes, and I coached them a lot. And then they moved up, and they played pretty much the same limits I did. So they've been very successful. And I think last year I took on 2 more, I think, or 3 more over the next 3-4 months. And then last year this year in February or March, I think we hit the 1 million profit with the stable. So we've been pretty successful, and that was, I mean, it's not real profit, but because you always have some horses you have to drop, or like someone scamming me. Like there was one guy who scammed me for like 15K in the first, I don't know, 3 months. That was a pretty rough experience. But I just try to learn out of these, and then just I made so many good friends. Like one of them just came from Canada to the party, and I know all of them in person. I think there's no one of them I don't know in person. So I've met them several times. We meet up at like EPT stops. And this year in April, we've been 6 weeks in Canada renting a place.
Where at?
2 hours north of Toronto. It's called Muskoka.
Oh, never heard of that.
And it's just a cottage area. It's like a big lake, and we had this super nice place with like big windows, and you were sitting right in the nature. And it was on an island, so you had to go by boat off the island. So we were pretty much prisoned to grind. And that was wild scoop, and it was so nice. I've been there with I think 7 Germans and 3 of my stakies, and yeah, that was so sick. I think I played. I never really grind, so I played, I don't know, 8 hours a day, cash game and tournaments. I played so much volume, maybe like more than 8. But all of us, yeah, I know, you're laughing.
I can't help it, you know. It's funny, you know. It's fine. You can go ahead.
It's really, well, yeah, but that was super nice. So I would do that again. Actually, I think we're doing it again. I can just suggest it to anyone to do something like this, because if you really want to commit to poker, if you like, even if you have a really good mindset, it's so hard to isolate yourself from all the outer like things that try to get you away from playing, or like that try to disturb you. And if you have a very like healthy surrounding with people you like, and the nature around you, and you can do sports, and just people you can talk about poker all day long, then this is very healthy for your, I think, for your poker way.
So your suggestion is that you would suggest other people try to join a poker house kind of thing?
Yeah, I would, for sure.
I mean, I'd credit joining a poker, like kind of getting a place together with some friends. That's probably was one of the turning points of my own personal poker career. So I would completely agree with that. And I think what happens is these days the poker houses, story like yours isn't as common. I don't hear it much anymore. And
yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why either. I think it's because more people are so spread out around the world, whereas before, maybe 2009 is when, I mean, there was a bunch of Americans that have poker houses. I'm not quite sure about foreign, but it feels like now I don't really know anyone that's like doing a poker house type of thing. So I mean, I'm glad for you to bring that up and mention how much value you thought that brought to you, because I think that not only poker-wise, but experience-wise, you get to make friends in doing something that you guys both love, and obviously you got to spend time in a pretty great area. Alan G, one of the regulars, said that's a beautiful area. So I mean, that experience alone is just something that, I think it kind of sticks with you for a while. And
I feel like people don't commit to poker as much as they did before anymore.
In terms of
just in general terms, like 3-4 years ago, people were much more like wanted to commit everything they have into poker, and right now I feel like there are not as many. They're more, people are more like settled. Like most of them play poker for like 3 or 4 years. There are not that many newcomers anymore. So I think that's the reason, or a main reason for it.
Actually, that might be a good point. So when you're in that hungry stage of things is when you're really like, all right, let's go here, let's go there, let's go here. And then when it's like 5 years in, you're like, fuck, man, all right, let's maybe not. I mean, when did I? Yeah, I got a place. I was already playing for 5 years, so man, I'm playing a long time. God damn, man, I'm old enough to be your dad right now. I feel like I'm 29, and I'm like, I feel like you could be my son right now, man. This is getting weird. I'm gonna feel weird as hell in like 4 years, man. I'm gonna feel weird.
So father and son picking up girls?
I'm in. Let's go. Okay. That's what my little brother says all the time. He's 15, and so I mentioned we had him on a live stream last weekend, and he'd actually do freestyle rap. He's a good freestyle rapper. Do you ever freestyle?
No. I'm probably the worst.
Do you dance?
One of the worst.
One of the worst dancers.
No. I think I'm okay. Like I have friends that are worse, so that makes me quite happy. So I look mediocre when I'm out with them, so it's okay.
We like to have dance-offs on here. And dance-offs and freestyle rap battles. So I was curious to see if you'd like to have a nice dance battle.
Maybe in like, I don't know, next life or something. That's, yeah.
We'll get you drunk.
I'm pretty bad at like body movements, not my thing.
What are you like a foot movement? Are you like a hey okay? Like what do you like? What do you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm the guy like just you know whooping.
That's
Yeah,
that's what I
you're
tell
all
people.
doing such a good job over there.
It's like 1, 2. This is
Yeah,
simple.
exactly.
This is your move. And if you got muscles, you get to show off your muscles. It's like you don't look like you're not flexing, but you're kind of flexing doing that move. So that's the move I suggest everyone tries if they're kind of new at dancing. So that could be. I had a question in my mind. What was it? I was thinking something. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, with the island, there was a lot of people asked me about it. So the island was called Cherry Island, and all the people there had the cherry as avatar. So that's why all the cherries. And I think there was one point in the tournament where another cherry sat to my left. So a lot of people were talking about collusion and
Yeah,
whatever.
I read that. They were like, these two are fucking cheating. I was like,
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I mean, how stupid would it be to collude and choose the same avatar? Like seriously, people, please. But yeah.
Wasn't there like 50 people left in the WCOOP at that moment in time? I was like, really, that was amusing to me. I thought that was kind of funny, but I didn't
Yeah, it
know.
was. Yeah. But I think they made like that was so sick. Like in the island, we made such a board you have in your background. I have one as well, but such a whiteboard, and everybody posted his numbers. And I think at the end they just won like 2 bracelets, 2 scoop bracelets or something, or watches, and they made like 700 or 800K profit. It was so ridiculous. Like run good island. So I'm still keeping the cherry up.
Well, I gotta go to this island. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Tim Stone, let's go to the island, man. Let's go. You gotta leave Thailand. They're gonna ban poker there soon, buddy. So, oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Okay, so sometimes on my podcast, we talk about the podcast run good, and that usually works when we either have a guest on, he runs really well after, or sometimes if a person's playing poker, they might hop into a live stream or a podcast and they run good during that time period. Now, during the WCOOP Main Event final table that I'd had Brian Hastings on, and I think Jason was on too, you made an appearance in the chat. Now, I don't want to take any. I'm not sure if I want to take credit for the podcast run good for being a part of you taking down that nice score, but we're going to add it to the total.
But you want to?
We're adding it to the total. We're going to give the podcast run good a little credit on that one, I think. I mean, that was, you were the only person in the final table that came in, took the time out, come say hello to the people watching, and then you won. So I mean, it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here relaxing, and why not say hello? I mean, yeah, I enjoyed watching the podcast. It was a lot of fun. I watched more on your podcast. I followed the action on your podcast instead of the table, so yeah.
And so now people know the podcast run good. Like we say this all the time, but you go back in like the past bunch of guests, except Karaman. Karaman's a PLO player. He might have not had the podcast run good. Might have been bad to him, but he was the first person we had on. But everybody else, Odd Odson wins WCOOP the next day. Yarny won 100K even though he lost his big prop bet. Stinger, he almost won the DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports $1 million first prize 92.4K entries. My little brother got a girlfriend this week. I mean, the podcast run gets real. I can't deny it. I have to go back to verify.
I think you're turning around some of these things. Like first, Yanni didn't win his bet, so come on, that doesn't count.
He got second.
How is it a win to have a girlfriend?
What'd you say?
It's not a win to have a girlfriend. With 15?
Listen, I'm not going to argue with that statement. I totally.
Is it a big girl? Is it a big girl?
He says he likes the big girls, but I'm pretty sure he keeps them like he weighs 115. He said so. He's like, I don't want a girl to be bigger than me because then she might hurt me. I was like, well, yeah, kind of, yeah, it's true. So I think it's a very small girl. I think he's into this French girl. He mentioned. Yeah. Are you into the?
I'm into French girls.
You a big girl grinder?
Sorry?
You a big girl grinder?
No. I'm into the opposite actually.
160.
I like the French girls.
Oh, you like French girls, sir? So you like the tiny girls, then, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
That's okay, man. That's not everyone. Big girl grinding is not for everybody. 160 or below, gotta go.
I support you.
You support my big girl grind? Do I look like the kind of guy that grinds on big girls? What do you think?
Sorry?
Do I look like the kind of guy that grinds on the big girls?
Yeah, you do.
I kind of do. You're right, man. I gotta do. I'm in.
Like the tank tops, and I don't know. It's just, yeah.
You know what's funny is you messaged me on 2+2 and I'm talking about a podcast, and then I said add me on Skype, and you added me on, and I realized you tried adding me on Skype like because you said you wanted to ask me a question like a couple weeks before this all happened. I have a bunch. I have maybe like 50 Skype friend requests on here, so I only add people who I know on there. And I was going through my pending requests, and it was already on there. I was like, wait, you already tried adding me? That's like fucking. That was kind of weird because you were going to ask me about this very, very sick prop bet you were going to try. And what was the prop bet exactly? It was
Oh god, yeah, the prop bet. I mean, just like at first, I was in California at that time, and we were like driving around, and I didn't play poker for 3 weeks. So I was like, I need poker, you know, I have to play poker now, and I have to play a lot of poker. So I was like, okay, maybe I can do a prop bet. The thing is that I think in terms of like I proposed a prop bet where I'm doing Supernova Elite in the rest of the year. That's pretty much it. So for that would mean playing 8 hours to 10 hours every day for 90 days or 85 days or something. And for me, this is like probably the sickest challenge you can put out there. But I think the biggest problem is that for I don't know, like maybe 20 or 30 people out there who play the sit and goes regularly, it's a joke, or like it's very achievable. So I think I played maybe like 500 of these sit and goes in my life. So I would have to play against the toughest opponents in a game I have no idea about for like 10 hours a day, and I felt like it was a really tough challenge. And then I posted the challenge, and I was like betting an amount where First, I think the percentage of me failing just by volume is already over 50%. Just because it's, I don't know, like because I never win, you know, it's not possible that I win in these games. So losing for like 3 months, I think is a very tough thing. So I think failing at first is like 50% at least, and then I'm losing money. So I think I'm losing depending how much content I do. So on top of the 10 hours playing a day, I have to do like at least 2, 3, 4 hours content a day. So it would have meant playing poker the whole day, pretty much sleeping, playing, eating. That would be the thing. So
eat, sleep, PLO. Eat, sleep. PLO.
Yeah, exactly.
Got me on my chant in my head now when you said eat, sleep. So go. Okay.
So I think the biggest problem with the bet was that there are 2 certain types of players who responded to the bet. Number 1 was those sit and go players who, you know, already did it and beat the game. So, you know, for them it's easy. And number 2 is I think I wanted to bet like 50K or 60K against 200K. So number 2 was like 200K is so much money. For 200K I would do everything. I would sell my mother, you know, this kind of thing. So those 2 kind of mixed up, and then there was a very bad dynamic in the chat. And I asked a lot of my friends, you know, about how reasonable the bet is, and most of them said that it's like a really tough bet for me to do, and they know me personally. So I think the biggest problem was just that like those people who know me would have taken the bet, or like, you know, think that the bet was very reasonable, and those people who don't know me just go off from the best players that could do the bet, and I'm not the best player. So yeah, I think that was the problem with the bet.
As I've done a lot of prop bets in the past, so it's not necessarily even how hard or how easy the prop bet is, it's can you get action on the bet. That's all that matters. If you can do any bet. I mean, so me, I could literally get action on any prop. I did a play chip prop bet last month. I lost 16K at it.
I know, that was such a sick bet.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, if I took your action, if I did that same bet you did, I'd get a bunch of people would just bet just because. So it comes down to what can you get action on, and the way you get action is the more well known you are for whatever, being good, bad, a big grinder, small grinder. Now this is a question I get a lot from people on Skype. This is why I'm bringing it up. People say, all right, my buddy's doing this bet. Is this a good bet? What about odds? I was like, well, I mean, it's not going to matter unless you get action, and if people don't know who you are, no one's going to bet against you. So the more people that kind of have a good idea about who you are, the more action you're going to get. And but you mentioned that people came in and started talking shit about that, and that's when people being more familiar that you don't grind at all, or you're not even like a sit and go player. But they're like, and that way other people can kind of come stick up for you and be like, well, I mean, instead of just taking these top guys' words for it, that's fucking easy. Which I know what you mean. That's kind of what happens in that situation. These guys that, they have the forum name and they have the credibility behind their name, they come in and then they ruin your action. You're like, shut the fuck up, dude. This is hard for me. And they're like, no, dude, it's fucking easy. So, and yeah, that's kind of how it works out. So
yeah, I think, but I thought, like, I think the same as you do. Like, nobody can guess, like, nobody can somehow realistically guess the EV. So you just have to, if you want to put up a good bet, then you just have to kind of estimate where you can create EV. And I thought I could create EV by saying that. I really think that it was a reasonable bet. Like, I think it was a reasonable bet. But I thought that I come there, everybody knows that I never play sit and goes. I can even show, like, in graphs that I never played sit and goes. And I thought people would be like, yeah, this is impossible for him, Insane amount of monies, and that is sweet.
Oh, foggy. Okay. You know about showing receipts, right?
Huh?
You know about showing receipts?
Showing receipts? What is that?
When you talk to a person and you sense deceit, you shall always ask for the receipt. If someone says something to you and you don't believe them, you say, show me the receipt. Show me the proof.
Oh, I've never.
Back that statement up. That's what you got to meet people now. Anytime they say something to you, you got to show me the receipts. Show me the receipts, puppy. Show me the receipt. We talk about receipts all the time around here. So it's what's going on?
I probably have to watch your live stream though.
I've not been doing many live streams. After the Yarny prop bet ended, I've done a couple live streams. I did like some WCOOP stuff, but since then it's been a little slow in the action, so I'm probably going to start doing a bit more live streams, but I'm not sure. I don't know, man. Let's go get some comments in there. Let me go scroll up here in the chat. What's up, Games? What's up, Tim? What's up, Austin? Robert Weiss says this is his favorite. This is the top podcast for sure. I don't know, man. This one's kind of good. I like this one, man. I like this one way more than I expected. You're a fun kid, man. Let's see. Big bad girls. True. Joey, I just took down the 70 FPP satellite for the $11 storm. Podcast run good. Add to the list. Weemark says.
That was the day these peasants. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, it's pretty sick how many. It's so sick how many people out there like really play poker more than 8 hours a day consistently. I have no idea how they do it. I think I don't know.
It's called being a machine. Now you're like, but I mean, whoa, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
All right, question. Chicago, ask the kid if he remembers a specific hand that he thinks was the key to him winning the tournament.
I looked through the hand history, and there's one moment. Actually, in game, there's the hand history is actually not that incredible. I think I played better tournaments. Like, in terms of showing hands, I played way better tournaments. But there was one moment where I was 14 out of 14, and I was like a very good player was sitting to my left. We were chilling.
What was his screen name?
Vitso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays some PO as well, but he had a percentage, so he was just like, yeah, I'll come by and we'll relax a little bit, and yeah. So I'm pretty happy actually that I played the tournament on my own. So I'm happy about that actually, because I don't think too many do it. But yeah, so there was this one moment where I was 14 out of 14, and I was looking at him, and he had this look on his face where he's like, yeah, maybe it's over now. And then I turn on a motivational video, and it's super retarded, but
yeah, you went from like last in chips to chip leader a very short time period, right?
In 4 minutes.
That was awesome. We were excited in the chat. Why had you on my fantasy team? You know I was fucking pumped up, man. I support my team, man. You were one of my slaves that day. I appreciate the friend.
But it was so really it was so unreal. Like, I turned on the video, in like 10 seconds, the first hand I get is ace king. 10 seconds later, I get it in, I double up. Next hand, I get ace king. I get it in, I double up. Like, at the end of the video, he says something like, "What do you believe in?" And then I get aces, and I double up again. And then I'm like 1 out of 13. And I just looked him hit, and we just laughed for like 2 minutes. It was so unreal.
I'm going back to just some of the hands in the stream because that was pretty epic. Because you were like very low in chips, and I got sad, and I was like, oh, that was my slave. That cherry guy was my slave, and then that's crazy, man. Isn't tournaments are crazy. I mean, you think about you could have went out and like I think it was somewhere around 15th, 14th. Yeah, 14th, 14. You would have went out 54K. Instead, you hit probably one of the sickest years you might ever hit in terms of being in one tournament, and you get to 1.8 million or 1 point after the deal. Sorry, 1.3 million. So tournaments that's why the people play tournaments, for that moment in time to happen. That's what you dream about as a tournament poker player, I think. And
there's some questions in the chat, I think.
Let's see. Someone asked, oh, this one's good. Ben says, what's up, Ben? Rank the players on the final tables from 1 to 9.
Okay. That's gonna make me some enemies, I think.
I'll say the players' names for you just to remind you real quick. So
Okay.
I'll start from your left and work your way around. So Crazy Elor, Malt Liquor 40, 19 Dan 86. Who was the guy? We suspected one guy had someone take over his account. I think it was the 19 Dan 86 guy. I didn't fire any shots, but we were
No. Dan is a high stakes cash game player.
Okay, well, there was someone. It might have been him. I think it was him. Though. We were like, this guy's playing a lot differently now. The nerd guy, Neck Break, Faraz, the Toilet Zero, Poker Devil, and of course, Isildur.
So I think all of them are pretty close together. I think I would rate Isildur the highest just because I'm a big Isildur fan, like props.
Mm-hmm.
Then actually, I have no idea how good Dan is in tournaments because, like, I don't know how regularly he plays, but I think I would rate him second because he's a very good hold'em player. And third place, now it gets really, really close. I think Crazy Elliot is sick in general. Like, he's a very good player.
Yeah,
he plays a lot of mixed games and all that stuff. Who else was it? Like Malt Liquor, I have no history with him. I have no idea how he plays. I think he's a good player though. Then yeah, I'd say Neckbreak. If he played alone, then he played pretty well.
I mean, what are you trying to say?
No, I haven't. I'm not in saying anything, but I think that maybe 70-80% of everyone on the final table would share with someone else playing. I think he played very well, and I have never played. I think I've maybe played like 100 hands before that with him. If he always plays like that, then he's pretty good. So he played very well, and then yeah, I'm not such a big fan of the nerd guy actually. But he played solid. He didn't do many mistakes, but yeah, I'm just not such a big fan. I think he's just solid. But I mean, on this final table, it's just like, you know, the difference between good and very good. So.
Yuri Martin, nerd guy.
Yeah, it's like, how would you rate Rec 25? I mean,
believe me, I try. I've done it. I do it all the time. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
You do whatever. You just say whatever you want. It's awesome. You're like, fuck, this guy's the best. You know, it doesn't have to be true. You just say anything you want.
But all those. Have you heard about all those power rankings right now?
Those are all. I talk to those people all the time on Skype. I love the power rankings. We chat about power rankings all the time about these things.
It's so much fun. Like even I, who like I was laughing about it at first, but then someone brought up a power ranking, and I was not in the top 10 after like this ridiculous week of like Bigger 109 and then WCOOP Main and FTP Major. And I was not in this top 10. I was like, okay, I want to challenge all of you.
Wait,
yeah.
Are they doing this for tournament players too?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool. You're not waiting. They haven't got you ranked, huh?
Yeah, so I definitely want to do a MTT challenge in like November. So yeah, guys, get ready.
Challenge? What kind of MTT challenge?
Like you do teams of like 4 or 5 players, and then you take there's an official tournament ranking point system. You take this, and then you just play for like 2 weeks or something, and whoever team has like the most points wins.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe they need to introduce teams to these cash game challenges. No, I don't think that could work. That might be some.
I don't think in cash game people.
Actually, I think it could work. I mean, if you do it with like 6 people, 3-on-3, like guys that you know aren't gonna like fucking. They're not gonna. If you're doing it at reasonable stakes, they're not just gonna like, all right, I'm gonna dump. Like they're not gonna. That wouldn't happen. I mean, hopefully you'd hope. Like that'd be the hope. And you could do like a 3-on-3 challenge or a 2-on-2 challenge. Whoever makes the most buy-ins out of those people, like they win the challenge. But it's kind of like a team thing, so you got another guy to like roll with during the challenge. That could be fun. That's actually a really fun idea, buddy. I gotta steal that idea. That's a great idea.
You should maybe do something like a collusion challenge where you sit like 3-on-3 on one table, and then they have to collude as much as they can.
I like that idea too. That sounds great. It's actually funny.
I mean, they both have the same start, so why not?
Where are the MTT power rankings at? Rupert, what's up, Rupert? Rupert Elder asked, power rankings. Where can we find those at?
On Twitter, I think they like Pads posted one. And Shane, what's his name? 4-bet induce or something. Yeah, exactly. His name is 4-bet to induce. Patrick Leonard. He posted one, and then the other guy was Shane Gamble. Maybe you know him.
Shane Gamble.
At Pratyush Pudiga.
I don't know these tournament guys. I don't know any fucking guys. I know guys I follow on Twitter that are pretty fun, but outside of that, I don't know many of the guys, unfortunately, or fortunately. Depending on how you look at it. I love the way he says collude. Yeah, you got a good accent, man. What MTT? I like Robert. This guy has good questions. What MTTs are your favorite, structure-wise / game type?
Okay, so I think you asked me before what I liked the most in the beginning. So right now my favorite tournament I think is the Supersized Sunday on Full Tilt. It's $600 buy-in and it has an insane structure with antes from the beginning. I think the biggest mistake of tournaments in general right now is that they're too slow-paced in the beginning. I think they should have more of an accumulator or like accelerator structure. A lot of tournaments, there's some tournaments that are really bad structured where like antes kick in too late. It's more like very favorable for nits, and fish don't really like that. So I think in general antes should be from the beginning. If they want to start like 250 big blinds deep, there should be antes. And so I really like the Supersized Sunday. I really like the Sunday 500. Yeah, I don't know. I like the WCOOP Main. It has a very good structure. And
good main.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
In general, I really like the series events. They have really good structures, and but still, they should have antes from the beginning. I don't see the reasoning for not having antes.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to follow up that question because thank God I've never played any tournament. So, thank the Lord. I played one tournament this year. I won it. So that's my tournament history for the year, and that's what it's gonna be for the rest of the year. So I'm.
You played a heads-up single against your brother, or?
No, well, he might took me out heads-up single. A lot of variance in that. But I went to there's a Legion Hall, a town hall that people get together and play poker on Saturday nights, and there was a 90-person tournament. And I went there, no limit. First time I played no limit this year, I took it down. So, do I have a future in tournaments? I don't know. Probably will never find out. But yeah, Jasper says 4-bet to induce is the Patrick who was Ebony's friend who was in the chat. Oh, I didn't know that. Patrick Leonard. I remember that guy. He was in a chat of me and this girl Ebony Kenny did a live podcast. She was in town.
Oh yeah.
And he was.
I had a fun experience with Ebony. She not this one. No.
What's going on?
No, we've been playing in St. Martin, I think, in the Caribbean, and we've been playing WPT Main Event, and I think we were close to the bubble, like 30 players left and 25 paid, and I was sitting to her right. And at that time, I was pretty serious about live poker, and every time I sat, I was sitting down and then just giving everybody the stare, like trying to pick up things. And she looked at me, and every time we played against each other, she bursted out in laughter. She couldn't look at me, and she was like, "Oh no, I cannot look at your face. You're so serious." And she had to wear those socks in her earphones or something because she lost a bet. And then every time she played against me, she covered her face with the socks. Yeah, it was pretty weird.
So you think Ebony's weird? That's what you're trying to say about Ebony?
Nah, she's pretty cool. She's pretty nice.
Somebody said they asked before because I think I did something with her like maybe 2 weekends ago or something like that. They said something about Fedor getting with Ebony. I was like, I don't know if he could, but now maybe you could. I don't know. You might be able to. She's a little older woman. You like older women?
If they're cool, why not?
Okay.
I like anyone if he's cool, and yeah, if you can hang out with him.
That's what I like to hear, man. Might be your girl. You might see her at the. I'll let her know that you said hello.
I mean, I don't think she's offended if I say she's weird, but she's funny and she's nice.
She's weird. She's fucking weird. Don't worry.
She's fucking weird, yeah.
Don't worry. I talked to her life. She's definitely weird. We both would agree on that being weird. So that's.
But I mean, I'm weird too. I don't ball her, so I guess I'm weird too.
Do you happen to have a Jungle Man impression?
Me?
We love Jungle Man impressions on here. Do you have a Jungle Man impression?
I don't want to go down that road. I have a really.
Come on, we need one.
I had a really bad start with Jungle Man. I don't want to go any further.
How can every person I have on have a bad story about Jungle Man? I don't understand.
Actually, it was more my fault than his fault. I danced salsa with his girlfriend for like 45 minutes or something.
You danced salsa with Jungle Man's girlfriend. I love this guy, man. This is awesome. All right, so what happened? You dancing salsa with Jungle Man?
It was in Cyprus, and we were on this on this player party, and we were pretty drunk, but not like before the stage of like getting super hammered. So we were all pretty funny, and then there was this area of the high stakes players with like Red Meyer and Sora Mitzi and so on. And we were drinking a lot, and then I don't know. We looked at each other, and she came up to me, and then this salsa song started, and I don't know. We just started dancing salsa, and we never stopped. So yeah.
So, oh God, dude. So wait, does he come up to you? Does he say something to you? He's like, "Who's fucking guy dancing with my girlfriend?"
No, it was pretty weird. Like at some point, I think it was Sora Mitzi who came up to me and was like, "Man, maybe like, do you know who she is?" And I was like, "No idea." And then he was standing like 15 meters away from me, and then I turned around to him, and he looked at me like he wants to kill me. And that was pretty weird. So I was going up to him, and I said, "Sorry, man, I didn't know," and so on. And he was pretty aggressive. He said like, "Yeah, just fucking go away," or whatever.
No. Tell us. Give us the face that he gave you, and then also give us what he said to you, and try to recreate it and maybe what you heard from him.
Yeah, let me think though. He had a pretty serious face. I can maybe do his face, but I'm not going into anything he said because I have no idea. I don't remember what he said. But he was looking pretty much like.
I put it back on you all that.
So he was killing me pretty much without saying anything. So.
You should have fucked her, dude. You should have. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
You should have, just for the live stream. If you get a chance, do it for the live stream.
She's pretty good looking. I really like her. Not anymore because it's.
Okay, note to self.
They live in Vienna, so yeah.
Don't bring girl around Fedor. Got it. All right, I had to take a quick note here that I've learned from this podcast. Don't bring any girls around you because you're gonna take them on the dance floor and dance them 45 minutes and then add them on Facebook and be friends with them. So that's okay. I didn't even know Gentleman had it.
Actually, I was lying about the no movement part. I think I had my golden moment at this party. There's a video of me dancing with her, and
There's a video of this?
Yeah.
This is great. Where do I find the video at?
I actually have to text a friend. I'll do it right now because otherwise I'll forget.
Here's the goddamn video. He's showing the receipts, guys. This is what a guy that shows a receipt looks like. He's showing us. He makes a claim and he shows us a goddamn receipt. I mean, this is. Oh, you're teaching the guys out there. You must be one of those. You must be a coach at Run It Once or something like that with how much teaching you're doing right now, man. You must. You got to be a tournament poker edge teacher or something, man, because you're.
Are you trolling right now or?
Well, you're giving so much teaching right now. I mean, you're teaching people how to show receipts. You're teaching people how to handle their money. You're teaching people how to join a poker house.
I mean, but do you know that I'm a coach for Run It Once, or was that just?
No, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, of course you are. I didn't even know that. Only got tournament player.
I was not sure if you were like if you already knew about it because it sounded like, but if you didn't, then that was a good guess.
Fucking tournament. Fucking Run It Once coaches. Why do I know? Why am I friends with so many Run It Once coaches? Doesn't make sense. Let me find some of these. Let me see if I ever watch any videos. The only tournament player I know I watch is Sam Greenwood because he's a big fan of reverse blockers, as am I. So let's see. What do you really make videos? Why do you make videos? Why do you think it doesn't matter or what?
Sorry?
Why do you make videos? Do you think it matters you giving away your strategy? You think it's just the market's saturated for tournament videos these days? You don't actually feel like you're giving up much? You know, what's your motivation for doing that?
It's very tough to say. Right now, I didn't do a video for about 6 months now. So the main motivation why I started doing videos is because I got so much out of this site. Like Run It Once, videos of Phil Galfond and Sauce is just gold, like liquid gold. And when they invited me, to join, I was like, yeah, I want to be part of this super awesome project because Phil Galfond is a very admirable person, and I want to, I want to support things like that. And I think wearing a badge of Run It Once is something that you can be very proud of. So I was very proud of doing it. And right now, I feel like right now I'm discussing with them, how to continue and what to do because I feel like it is very, very bad for me, especially when I start playing like super high rollers and playing all the high stuff. It is very bad for me because I have such a special and specific game style that I have to hold back information. And I'm not the type of guy who likes doing stuff that he's just doing, half-hearted. So, because the money is not worth it, I was not doing it for the money. I was doing it because I got a lot out of it, and I think a lot of other people got a lot out of it. So, yeah, I really enjoyed doing it. I'm not sure whether I will continue or not. I will discuss with them.
I vote. I mean, I'm always on the side of if you're playing at a high level, why give away information to people? But I understand, there are some people they do it for other reasons. They feel like it helps them get better. As you said, it's kind of like it's a really cool thing, especially being involved with a great site like Run It Once. So, but I'm pretty anti-strategy, anti-training videos, kind of things like that. So, yeah, I'm sure as you said now, you're probably gonna be playing in a bit more higher buy-in type thing. I mean, I'm sure you could probably end up getting staked or sell a bunch of action for almost anything at this point. So. You got a receipt over there or what?
I'm trying to find it. I think it might be there. Okay. My friend says he has it on his laptop, not on his phone. But I definitely deliver. I'm not a guy who doesn't deliver.
That's what I like to hear. I don't take you for a guy that reneges on promises. So we're gonna get a receipt and we're gonna put it on the YouTube, man. This guy, Jan says this guy makes me feel like a chump in poker, man. This kind of guy, people watching this, the kind of guy that can motivate you. Because, I mean, what do you think you might have done differently than other people besides running really, really good in certain situations? It sounds like you had success even before that. It doesn't sound like this main event defined who you are as a poker player. It sounds like you were doing well before that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how right now everyone is like, wow, this kid from nothing to WCOOP champion. It's. I mean, I've been running way better before, it's just this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is insane. Right now it's getting a little bit too much, but before was even I didn't play much, and I did so much personal stuff like traveling around and having good experiences and meeting a lot of nice people And besides, I played, and every time I came back from holidays and I started playing, I just ran insanely good, and I think I played very well because I didn't have poker in my head all the time. I think my special thing is being very balanced in life in general to be successful in poker. Because this trying to get everything out of one thing and like as fast as possible, it made me fail before, and I thought like this can't be the right way. Especially when you do something that takes so much concentration. Like when people work 12-hour day jobs, they they don't work 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they work like 7 hours and then they have like 5 hours where they browse Facebook or where they relax or something. But playing 8 hours a day poker is playing 8 hours a day poker. And I felt like I did this in the first year, and it completely destroyed me. Like I didn't have any more hobbies. I reduced meeting with friends, and poker was my thing. Like at that time I really enjoyed it. But 6 months after, I was like, yeah, what exactly did I accomplish, you know? And even if I had, even like I didn't make money, but even if I had made money at that point, I would have still said like, yeah, I made like 100K, but what exactly did I accomplish? And then I started thinking about, yeah, I can hear myself.
I'm talking to my microphone because he keeps switching back and forth on me here. It's like fucking having an epilepsy here or something, freaking out on me. Okay, keep going.
So I thought, what can I change? And the first thing that
okay, go ahead.
the first thing that came into my mind is I have to go somewhere completely else. Like I have to get out of this flat, and I was living in Germany at that time. And I was like, okay, let's just do something completely different. And I decided to do a world trip. And now I had a goal, you know. When I grinded, I was like, okay, every money I make, I'll spend in this trip. So that was an amazing feeling. And then when you have success, it feels so much better than just having the money success, because you have the experience success. Like you know that there will be way more out of this than just money. And then I did the world trip, and I learned so much there, like about other people, about myself, what I want to do in life, and I realized that poker is not the thing I want to do for the rest of my life. And I think that was very, very important to realize that spending 90% of my day with poker is not the right thing to do. I want to like get better at other stuff. I want to learn to cook. I want to keep my room clean. You know, all these things where you might laugh about, but that's
on my to-do list every day, man. I don't laugh about that personally, but yeah. I know some might, but not me.
Yeah, so I started to get better at like life, you know, like doing all the daily stuffs, getting routines, doing sports. Like I don't know, I went singing because I really like singing. So it's just, you know, I try to be very versatile in every single thing I want to do, because at some point you don't want to do poker as much as you want to do something else. And when this point is reached, you have to do something else, and then you can come back. So what I did was I played poker until I didn't feel like playing poker, and then I did something else, because that's what made poker possible for me, that I can say, no, right now I don't want to play.
So if you take a, I'm curious what your answer is going to be here. So would you say that, you know, how good would you say that you really are at poker? Would you say, compared to how good you've ran? I mean, does that make sense? You know, I mean, would you say?
Yeah, of course, I know what you mean. I think it would be stupid to say that I didn't run extremely good. So I think that is clear. I think though, I'm not saying I didn't invest into poker. You know, the last 3 years, I think I had a very different attitude. Like everybody who knows me from back then, I was hungrier than everybody else. You know, I was talking to more, like when I talk to people right now, for example, my stakies, I ask them who do you talk poker regularly to? And they say me like, yeah, I mean, I have this friend here and that's it. Back then I had like 20 different people I spammed. You know, if I wanted to know their opinion about a hand, I spammed them and like nicely asked them over and over again, and then I talked to this guy, and then I met this guy through this guy. And then at some point in the German community, everybody knew me, even though I had no results. You know, I had no money, I had no results, and still everybody knew me, and sometimes you just have to be nice to people to get information you want to have. You know, it's like maybe some call it ass licking, but I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed getting the information, and I really enjoyed talking to the people, and being nice, in my opinion, is part of it. Like, yeah, and people, I think people enjoyed talking to me as well, and that's why I had like 30, 40 different people. I just talk, you know, and then they don't feel harassed by me because I always ask someone else. But this way, I got all this information out, and I watched all the videos out there, like every video you can find online. I think I watched pretty much. So I I think I did a lot, but then on the other side, I was not that guy who just sat down and grinded, because grinding for me is not as yeah, it's not the same feeling as progressing. Because when I grind, I think in general people cannot combine grinding and progressing. And I think that's the biggest mistake people do. That's why I always try to reduce my tables, because then I can think while playing and progress. And I think there are a lot of players out there who rely on the abilities they have, and they don't try to go a step further. And I always try to reach for limits that were not in my limits. So I always tried to play EPTs when I didn't have the roll. Then I sold, you know. Or
you sold. You just okay. I thought you were just like you took your money and played the EPTs.
No. I was not interested in. I was not interested in that moment. I was not interested in making money. I was interested in getting the experience to make even more money. You know, I was thinking about right now. You know, how does it matter if I make like 5K right now? You know, safe in like 6 months. Doesn't matter to me. I want to make. You know, I want to get more out of it in like 2 years when I'm really good at it. And so I sacrificed a lot, but then I got a lot in return. And right now, I think I can decide freely when I want to play, and you know, then I can just take off 2 months and travel around in South America.
Hopefully you don't get kidnapped or.
It's too late. I already did that.
You what?
I did that already, so it's too late.
You got kidnapped?
Oh no, I traveled around in South America, but the kidnapping part would be fun too.
We got different definitions of fun. I think kidnapping's fun. I mean, maybe you're into some shit I'm not into, but I mean, I'm into some weird stuff though. Let me look at another question here. Do I have a rap? Do a rap about Fedor banging Jungle Man's girlfriend? Oh my god, I gotta write up a freestyle for this one. Crown up guy, coming to town, dancing with your girl, all around. Jungle Man's girl. On the floor, took her to the back, made her a oh, okay, good. All right, I was just thinking about a rap I could do for you banging Jungle Man's girlfriend, so it's okay.
Can you please include your little brother in that rap?
We could put my little brother in there. Little bro came over, said what's up. Him and Crown Up Guy took her to the back.
I wanna hear a freestyle rap of your little brother about it.
You want to hear a freestyle rap from my little brother?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he went so hard. He's probably had the best freestyle on here that we've had yet. That kid was a G, man. Hold on, let me find if I can find his rap. Oh wait, here it is.
And they're watching, I'm like, you're squatting on your back.
Wait, I gotta find it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
He's such a G.
Brought her inside.
Wait.
Took her to
I'll put it on. I'm gonna put it on in a second. I'm getting to the part. What? Why did I do my hair like that?
Hey, back to my house. Let me fuck you on my plan and put you on.
Well, this whole rap's actually really good. My part's good too. Okay, here it goes.
You're back up.
Asian girls cute, but this thing is better. French girls where it's at, cause they get wet.
He only had one part, but he said something about Asian girls, and he said something about French girls is where it's at because they get wetter. And I didn't expect my 15-year-old brother to say this, so when he said it, I was very surprised, I must say. So I'm gonna have to.
Oh, by the way, to the people saying that I don't play, that's partly true. Like, I still do poker like 50 hours a week or something because I have my stable, but I'm just not I'm just not actively playing as much as I did before anymore. I just do the stuff that I really like to do, and that includes staking and coaching. So staking, I think just talking to my stakees and like doing coachings and all that stuff, that takes at least like, I don't know, 50 hours a month or something. So plus I do content talking and traveling to live events, plus I play online. So still poker is like a full-time job for me. Not that this came across wrong.
Lance asks, what'd you say?
I will not quit.
You won't quit poker?
No, I definitely want to win a super high roller. I think it will be tough for me to stop until I win one. So
I like that idea. Lance asks, are you going to play the WSOP next year?
Yes, every single tournament you can play.
Oh, okay. By the way, for people that follow along with all the podcasts, there's a very popular PLO fun player named Razluka, who's from South Africa, blood diamond miner, and I talked to Lance today, and he actually know him. He was listening to a podcast where I mentioned Razluka, and a guy he was sitting next to was like, I know Razluka. I used to go to school with him. So they texted Razluka and said, hey, like, he's very epic. He's one of the most fun players in the history of PLO online.
Okay.
Pokerstars. So I'm going to try to get this guy Razluka on a podcast, because if I can get an official fun player on the podcast, that might be one of the best moments in my life. So
yeah, that sounds pretty epic.
Do you call fun players, or do you call them fish?
I think fish, but fun players is more fun.
I agree. We try not to use the adjective fish anymore. We try to call them fun players, or pretty much fun players. That's kind of what we call them. So I encourage everyone out there to call them fun players. Please don't call them fish. So let me go back up. I'm scrolling up here. How many tables do you play when you play MTTs?
Earlier, like right now, I got better at multi-tabling, so I play like at peak 15 to 25, and yeah, that is for like 3 or 4 hours maybe. And other than that, I prefer like 10, 12 tables, and like reviewing hands and posting on Skype and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
Depends on what mood I am. Sometimes I just wanna, like when I come back from holidays, I just go through the lobby and click register on every tournament you can play. So.
Rems, what's up, Rems? Coming in late. Where'd Poker Market question go? He said, what is a standard day for you like, since it seems like you like to have a routine?
Oh yeah, I mean, right now I suck at routines because I've been traveling for 3.5 months and then always break my routines. But my routine in general is waking up before 10. That's what I try. I set this limit because it's just when it's like 1 or 2 a.m. and I don't grind, I just do stupid shit like watching streams or playing games, like things I wanted to reduce in my life pretty much, because it doesn't have like I'm already tired. I don't take it serious anymore, and it's just sleeping in front of the computer pretty much. So that's why I set the limit to wake up before 10, and then I have a guy who works in a gym, and he made me a really good price for private coaching, so like fitness coaching. And that is really good for me because we always talk like once a day, and then we make up a time. So I'm very flexible, and he's extremely good at motivating, and like he has thousands of different trainings you can do, and we did all these fitness tests and so on. He's extremely expert in this area. And
is his name Sean Lafort by any chance?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I would love that if his name is Sean Lafort, but no, it's not.
Okay. Do you know Lafort?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Okay. Lafort's
I'm a pretty big fan of all the PLO stuff and so on. Like I follow the Yarny bet, and I watch your live podcast, live streams, and props to Yarny, by the way. Sick dude. I was so hoping for him to win it. Like the way the way it just went from like minus, I don't know, 40 or 30, he just deserved it. That was pretty sick for a bet.
That was fucking awesome. That was so fun. He got to like I think he went from 79 to -1 or
Yeah, in like a day.
Johan fucked him up. Johan 5390.
Yeah, Johan just came to 510 and just made like what 70K or something.
He posted his graph. He was up 70K at one point, and he ended up. He might end up down or only slightly up for that session at 510. But he almost made 100 buy-ins in one session at 510.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah, that was a fun challenge. I hope we might get a PLO challenge, a new challenge soon. I'm pretty sure the next PLO prop bet we'll get is probably going to be something I'm going to do because I don't know if anyone else is going to do anything again because we've had some failures lately and I don't know. We'll see if anything happens there. How tall are you? I was curious about that.
180 centimeters.
Hold on. Let me convert this, please.
That is like 5'11" or something? What?
5'9".
5'9", yeah.
Okay.
So close.
You look taller than me, but you're definitely not taller than me. I thought you might be my height because I was like, oh, you look kind of tall.
No, I'm not. I'm really the kid. There's a reason for this name.
Okay. Felix, what's up, Xflix? Shout out to
Xflix. Shout out to Xflix. He's the boss. Like.
Yeah, man. He does some fun stuff over there in terms of streaming for Pokerstars and.
Yeah, I just met him in Cologne actually.
What do you think? Cool guy? Fun guy?
I mean, I already knew him before. He pretty much motivated me to play poker like 3 years ago when I started. I watched his videos and we chatted and so on. And
really?
He's an awesome guy. Like awesome guy. Awesome guy.
He's the one that you watch his videos and he's the person that got you into playing poker?
Not got me into playing poker, but definitely kept me playing poker.
Really? That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, he was always answering, like, back then I think he was always answering hand histories you posted. And then we started chatting on Skype, and yeah, I think we met like a year ago in Cologne and drank a coffee, and then we met a week ago in Cologne again, and he did a podcast for IntelliPoker, the site where I started, talking to other guys and doing content. And so I felt like I owe this site a ton, so I was obviously up for doing this.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. I'm looking at what IntelliPoker is. I think I've heard of IntelliPoker, but the only thing I remember is back when I played No Limit a long time ago. They like had like I can't remember what exactly. I didn't like any of the German people though. My friend Tim Stone's German, but I do like Germans now. Some of the most fun people I've met traveling have been German people. I mean.
Yeah, because German. Actually, I'm not a big fan of Germans actually. That's why I moved. I'm a big fan of Canadians. Canadians, woo!
So you like Canadians?
Yeah, Canadians are just awesome.
What about Americans?
They're cool as well, but not as cool.
Shots fired.
I don't like what I don't like about Americans, like they share a lot in the cool characteristics I like, but I hate their like what they consume. I I couldn't live there. It's just I don't know. I've been there 3 weeks now, and I've felt so bad.
Why'd you feel bad?
I don't know. You cannot eat healthy. It's just not. Even if you eat healthy, it's like shit.
What do you eat? What are you eating? What's your diet like there?
I don't know. Like here in Austria, you get like stuff straight from the farm that is like that is not comparable, And
ain't no farm food around here. I'll tell you that right now, man.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's true. Well, Americans tend to be a bit on the bigger side, and
yeah, that is so sick. Like you feel you always have to eat your meal, and the meals are just like 25% bigger than in Europe, so you just get fat pretty much.
Yeah. Luckily, I've avoided this trend of Americans being fat, thank God. But I ate McDonald's for all the time for like 5 years, and then I stopped eating. I don't eat fast food anymore, or drink soda, or
Yeah, that's good.
Are you going to Aussie Millions? Are you going to Aussie Millions / are you going to PCA?
Of course.
You're going
Snap.
to both of them.
Yeah. You going?
I'm going to go to PCA. If I've never gone. I've just been like, I don't want to go to PCA, but I'm going to go to PCA this year.
So we meet.
I'm excited. It's fun. I can't wait. I'm pumped because I mean, I don't know. I haven't traveled in a while. I lived out of the country for a long time, and then I kind of came back to Chicago, and I got a girlfriend that I dated for a while. So I was like, wasn't excited to leave the country. What'd you say?
Was she big?
Now, I might preach the big girl grind, but I'm certainly not on the big girl grind. I'm on a very attractive girl grind typically. So that's kind of the.
Oh, so this is all this is all just a joke? Is this what you're saying?
Well, I put a free roll. I said if you spot me with a big girl, I'll give you $5,000. So I don't want to give any tips away to that because I'm gonna give that away. If someone spots me with a big girl, you got to put her on a scale, of course, to verify. But you ever see me? If you catch me slipping with a big girl, I'll give you $5,000. That's my bet for right now. That's a free roll I'm giving out until I take it back. So. I can't answer that question.
So I just get you completely drunk in the Bahamas, and then we go out, and then I hook you up with the fat girl, and then it's pretty much free money.
No, we don't use the adjective fat. We use the term big.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and no, you're not. No, that's not gonna happen for sure. No fucking way. Come on, big girl. I'm not. Well, yeah, maybe. I gotta put them on a scale though. 160 or below, gotta go. 160 or above, I show you love. Come here, baby. Let me show you what it's like to be with Joey.
160?
160 or above. How much you weigh?
I think pretty much. 140, I think.
You gotta go. You gotta go. 160 or below, gotta go. If you're a guy, you better. Yeah. Okay. Ship it. Oh, this guy's banned. Sorry, Dinesh. But yeah.
I'm about 70 kilograms, so.
I mean, a girl can be 160 and be attractive.
Yeah, it's true. I'll find you one. No worries.
You better put her on a scale, like I said. You gotta I need a receipt for that girl. I thought she's a big girl, so I'm fine. All right, we'll go out. We'll find a big girl. We're PCA. Okay, I'm in. We both gotta find one though. If I find one, you gotta find one.
So can I use this moment and get all the good run from your stream for the 100K in PCA? Is that possible?
I'm not sure. I have to run some simulations to see how well Podcast Run Good transfers over and the length of time it lasts. But yeah, I'll check. I gotta check that. I gotta check it out and see. Let's see. Anybody got any more questions? I gotta go eat. I'm starving. So, Joey, your opening range is 2 nitty. I agree, Jamie. What's up, Jamie? Let me get some shout outs. All right, I haven't given shout outs in an hour. I gotta give shout outs. Poker Market. Never seen you before. What's up, man? My boy Geems. Frumpleton. Ben Muse getting Joey's girls. Let's see. Who else we got here? Austin. What's up, Austin? Radu. ISIS recruiter. I banned that guy. He's just trying to recruit people to ISIS. Todd Rendell. What's up?
I'm coming to Aussie Millions.
You're going to Aussie Millions too?
Yeah.
Bert. What's up, Bert? Jose. Ben, already said Ben. Chris Alexander says, what's the motivational video you watched?
Sorry?
What's the motivational video you watched that you were watching and you were
I have it in my website. Let's do some advertising for my website.
Okay, let's do some advertising for your website. What is it?
Yeah, it's fedorholz.com.
One Z or multiple Z's?
With like D and Z. No, just D and Z.
Oh.
You have it?
Got it. My blog. Oh. Nice.
By the way, there I posted a video of me telling that I win the main event before I win the main event.
Wait, what? You posted a video saying you're going to win the main event before you won the main event?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Where do I find the motivational video here?
That is, start the first video and then it starts.
Wait a sec. Okay, did you make the video before the main event?
I just cutted it. It's most of it is from someone else. I just cut it.
But when did you upload this video with the motivational clip at the beginning?
Before.
So let me get this straight. You made a video of a motivational thing before you saying you're going to win the main event. Then you watch the video you made while you were 14 people left, and it propelled you to victory. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Pretty much, yeah.
Fuck, I gotta start making some motivational videos myself. This is fucking sick. How many other people do you think made a motivational video for themselves before the WCOOP main event and said they were going to win the WCOOP main event and then they won it? Probably no one else. They probably didn't make the video. I mean, obviously they didn't win it. One person wins it. What am I talking about? But how many other people made a video like this? I'm going to start making videos like this before a high stakes game. Well, I'll be making a new video every day, I guess. But
you should, maybe. You should.
What a sick idea, man. Give the link to the video. All right, calm down.
How much of an edge do you think Coleman has in high roll attorneys? I think he's the best. Like, I said it before he won. I'm saying it after he won. I'm saying it after the 10th win he has. He's the best player. He's one of the best players online, both sit and goes and in tournaments, and he's definitely the best in live games. Period.
Period. Boom. I don't
know. I think the difference between him and someone like WCG Ryder, which I think is extremely good as well, is that he has way more experience with the changing game situations, like 20 big blinds, 25, 30 big blinds, like ICM, all the payout stuff, and yeah, I think that is his strength. And he's extremely, extremely good.
I'm not going to tell Doug this because I don't want to get him riled up. So, WCG, I don't. I think he's in Australia right now. Or is he in Australia? I don't know. I think he's in Australia right now. But he'll get fired if I tell him you think Coleman's better than him. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell him in his face. He's just number 2 in tournaments. There you go.
Oh, fired from shots out of WCG. You know what? He's gonna ask you to crossbook now. You know that, right? You'll see. He's gonna be like, this is what he's gonna say to you. If you tell him that to his face, he's gonna be like, I'll crossbook you anything you want. What do you want?
No, I talked to him. I talked to him in Barcelona, and I think he's extremely good, and maybe even underrated. Like, I don't think a lot of people know how good he is.
Interesting.
Well, I'm just waiting for someone to start a challenge again against him because they're gonna lose. I would bet an extremely high amount of money on Doug.
Well, I think I talked to a very large amount of people, and currently in some of the high stakes action he's playing, there's actually he's been playing Wilhasha, and there's been people betting taking Wilhasha's side against WCG in this match.
Man.
And they're cross-booking, and I believe one of the people you may have just mentioned is one of the people cross-booking against. So you might be able to book some action on that.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I just think that the work ethic he has, if he's worse than someone, he'll be better than someone at like 2 weeks later or something.
Well, WCG's I just want to verify this information that I just gave you.
Yeah, where's the receipt, by the way? I'm waiting for a receipt for what you just said.
Pretty sure Coleman has been on Willie's side. Well, there you go. You gotta hit up Mr. Green. He might take some side. He might crossbook against you if you want to bet on WCG versus Wilhasha.
I think I haven't followed the action. I think Wilhasha's pretty good as well. I haven't railed anything though.
I think I saw a picture of Wilhasha the other day, and not what I expected Wilhasha to look like.
How does he look? Where's the receipt?
You hold the receipt now. I'm telling you, the receipt is a fucking addicting thing. Hold on, let me find the receipt. Someone sent it to me on Skype. He's like, you think this is a man or a woman? I was like, kind of like a girl. He's like, that's Wilhasha. I was like, no. It's like, that can't be Wilhasha. Hold on, let me put a receipt up here, guys. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure porn doesn't pop up though. There's no hello my porn. Receipt. When you sense some defeat, you shall ask for the receipt. All right, here it is, guys. This is the receipt right here. Large. This is who they tell me Woolhasha is right here.
What?
That's what I said.
He
That's
looks
what I
so
said.
Russian. This is like 100% Russian. Those glasses.
What's
If
the
you
jacket?
if you didn't tell me, I would have bet like I don't know 1-to-1 Russian against every other country.
This is who Woolhasha. I got a pretty good source that says it's Woolhasha. So that's just why. As I said, I had the same reaction you had. I was like, wait, what? Like this is the.
That's so unreal.
Yeah, man. I was thinking Woolhasha is fucking. Isildur kind of looks like a villainy looking Swedish boss looking kind of guy. So I expected Woolhasha to look the same. And unfortunately, could be one picture. You never know. People look differently in different photos. So, Woolhasha is Denis Bezadel. Joe, Fedor, please tell what chair you are praising.
Wait, I show. Let me show. This is fucking heavy. There you go. This is the chair.
What's it called?
Huh?
What's it called?
It's called Herman Miller Aeron.
Oh yeah, that chair's pretty sick too.
It's so nice. I think other guys are praising the Embrace. I haven't tried it. It's more expensive, so I guess it's better. But this one is so nice because you sit on you don't sit on a solid ground. It's like very yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's really really comfortable.
I have the IKEA chair. I've had it for 4 or 5 years now in a bunch of places, and I love that one. I had the same one you
Show
had.
me yours. What is that?
It's let's see.
Oh no,
Wait, drop the shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can just put it on me here. So it's kind of like this basically.
This one is wait. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It's this one, right?
Oh shit! Nice chair.
It is like the one that I never use because it's so shitty, but
It's so shitty.
man, this is so uncomfortable to sit on. How can you grind on this one?
Bro, you are firing some fucking shots at my chair. I've made Supernova League twice in this goddamn chair, man. Every record I set in this chair, man. This is my chair. I ride or die with this chair.
I'm really up for a challenge right now. I want to start a war challenge with like all MTT players. I want to team up, so I'm really I'm up for a confrontation. Your chair sucks.
Firing a shot right now? What kind of shot are you firing right now? What do you want to do? What are you thinking?
I don't know, like out to all tournament players, group up, and in November we'll do a bet. We'll do a challenge.
Your squad, you got a squad.
I got a squad, and we're going up against anyone.
Shit. Okay. Is it like a 3-4 guy, 4-4 kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, we're thinking about 4 or 5.
Like League of Legends, this motherfucker. I like it, man.
Pick your hero.
It's like League of Legends in this motherfucker. I'm in. I banned 3 people, by the way, guys, during the chat. I know you guys get excited when I ban people, so I love banning people so much.
Let's do the League of Legends ban.
You know what? You ever heard the term bang bang before? When you fire a shot?
No, not yet.
So
but I should.
My little brother gave it a hand signal. It goes bang bang, and then you so when you fire a shot, you're like bang bang, and then you got to do the guns in the air, yeah, whatever. Mark, what's up, Mark?
I'll do a new signal. It's the ball in the air. Like I don't know.
What kind of ball? Why do you have a ball? Is that your stress ball?
This is my stress ball.
Nice.
When one of those retards 3-bets me with 10 to suit it again.
Fun players. When one of the fun players gets you resuited.
One of the 5 players out of the other teams that's gonna lose the bet. I just instead of screaming, I just take my ball and crash it.
Okay, you guys heard it. There is a challenge on the table. You put together your squad. You guys go up against CrownUpGuy squad. How much you guys thinking about? What are you thinking about? Possibly want to bet?
Maybe 2 weeks and then between 2 and 5K each. Or yeah, depends on how many players we get. If it's more if a lot of players want to join, then I might be up for 1K. But Depends on how much people want to bet.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys get some. I know Ben was out there. Professor Ben Yu. I think he was in the chat. Maybe I don't know how much he plays. Maybe he's got a squad. You know, these tournament guys, they love having an ego. So I mean, you're gonna
Yeah,
find somebody.
that's the funny thing. I don't give too much about this, but it's fun to have all this stuff around it. Like, yeah, let's do a challenge, go to war. It just motivates you 10% more to win against other people.
I'm excited. I want to watch. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, you should do some coverage of this, man.
Dude, people love me. People have been getting a lot of messages from coverage, and I'm not trying to be a coverage whore, but for something like this, I could step up. I could do a little coverage somehow.
I mean, let's say I already out of my head, I already know like 20 or 30 people that I would be really surprised if they back down. So that would be like 100K in the prize pool. So that would be sweet.
Yeah, well, keep me updated. Let me know what the terms are, what you guys are doing on. I'll think of something I can maybe do. Do a little preview. We could do maybe a little preview podcast kind of thing. Break down the challenge, break down the teams, break down some.
Yeah, break down the teams.
make it a little fucking preview. I like doing preview stuff, so I could do a little preview for it. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, sure.
Cool, man. Yeah, keep me updated. Let me know who you find, man. You're gonna probably get some people, man. Pretty excited. My boy Mark Karam. What's up, Mark? Man, I love Mark. Mark, you gotta come to World Series of Poker next year so we can go find some hookers on the street, man. You ever play the game Hooker Not a Hooker by any chance?
Sorry?
You ever played the game called Hooker or Not a Hooker?
No.
It's you look at a girl, usually in like Vegas typically, but you can do this in any city, and you have to decide if she's a hooker or she's not a hooker.
Okay, I want to play that game.
It's a very fun game because there's no right or wrong answer. It doesn't. I mean, unless you're crazy and you want to go ask the person, but normally no one's gonna say they are except you're in Vegas.
I've just heard of a really funny game where you guess child of a celebrity or horse racing horse.
Wait,
and
how does it work?
So I say name, and you say whether it's a child of a celebrity or a racing horse.
Okay, can we try a couple here? Okay, I'd like to try one or two.
Wait.
Rupert says, what schedule do you want to bet? I don't know what that means, but...
What did you say?
Rupert asks, what schedule do you want to bet?
What schedule? Oh, like... I thought about maybe 2 weeks, so this would include 3 Sundays, and then just PLB points, so schedule would be everything.
Sounds fun.
So, okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Atlanta new.
Atlanta new?
Yeah, horse or baby?
Horse.
Baby.
Of who?
I have no idea.
Atlanta new?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole name. Like, it's just the name, not the surname. It's just the name.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, next one. Granacus. Horse or baby?
Fuck, man, there's some weird ass names out there these days. I'm gonna go horse again.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, now it's getting tricky. Fifi Trixie Bear.
Beefy trick. That's a horse.
That's a baby.
What do you want? Like a black website, like a hip hop site or something, or what?
Okay, you ready?
Right.
Sunny Bebop.
That's a child.
That's a child.
That's a child. You've got to be on hip hop message boards right now. That's where I hang out too. I haven't seen this one yet. One more.
Okay, one more. Moxie Crime Fighter.
That's a horse.
That is a baby.
That ain't no. There ain't no. You gotta show me a goddamn receipt on that one. There ain't no child named Moxie Crime Fight. I gotta see a receipt, and I gotta see a receipt right now.
Okay.
You gotta make sure to show us the receipt of that video you dancing with Jungle Man's girlfriend.
I will. Okay.
Are they still together?
Moxie, yeah, they're still together.
How do you know?
Moxie Crime Fighter is the daughter of Zoltan and magician Penn Gillette. There you go.
I want to know how you know Jungle Man and his girlfriend are still together. How would you know that?
What again?
How would you know Jungle Man and his girlfriend are still together?
Facebook?
What is Jungle Man's last fucking name? I don't even remember.
Dan Cates.
Let's see. Get a little in open room. Oh. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping she'd be
Okay,
black.
I have one last for you, where you can prove whether you're like a boss or just, you know.
Okay.
Elia Bob Patricius Googie Q Houston.
Is that a name?
That is the name of either a horse or a baby.
Can I get the name one more time? Can I use it in a sentence, please?
Elia Bob Patricius Googie Q Houston.
That's a child.
That is, of course, a child. Ding, 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 ding.
God, I wish I could pronounce names like you can. Jesus Christ. I'd be looking at that name like, yeah, I'm bad at pronunciations. People give me a hard time for.
Yeah, I'm the, spelling bee and stuff. Spelling bee champion.
You're a spelling bee champion?
No, I'm not. No, but I did like reading contests in French, and yeah.
Really?
I don't speak. That's a weird story about me. I don't speak French, but I have I think I have a very good pronunciation in French. So when I was 14, I won 2 national French reading contests without knowing what I read.
Fuck is it, what is a reading contest exactly when you're 14?
You get a text, like a mostly very sophisticated with words you've never heard before, and then you have to read it out loud. And then there are like French judges, and they judge how good you did it.
How do you find something like that? How do you?
That is a weird story as well. My teacher, she made me like I had a very bad grade. I think it's an F in your system. And she said if I don't do it, I get the F. If I do it, I get the better grade.
And you won it.
I refused French pretty much. I just didn't like it.
Is that why that you like French girls?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I gotta check a map because I'm not 100% sure where Austria is. I think it's, yeah, I thought it was above. That makes sense. What's the major city in Austria? Is it Vienna?
Vienna, yeah. Thanks, Niels, by the way.
Is he a reg? Is he a tournament player?
No, I have no idea who he is, but congratulations. I say thanks.
There you go, man. All right, man. Well, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so too. I really have to go grab some food now.
Fedor, thanks for joining us, man. I loved it, man. I'm gonna try to get you again sometime because I'm excited. Okay, so keep me updated on the November challenge, and then if something goes down, if something gets happening, I'll put a little preview podcast together for it. It'll be fun.
I will write you, and I would be so happy if we could, write or tell the people a little bit about it. So maybe we get some other guys than just tournament players rating us, Because I think it will be a really fun challenge because people take this very serious, so they will grind a ton.
I'm excited. I mean, I kind of stick to PLO obviously, but I don't mind expanding my horizons a bit to get to the no limit and get to the tournament player side. So that'd be fun for me too.
Yeah, sure.
So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Everybody, all the comments, we got some great comments, great questions. I'm going to be back live streaming tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to guest on. I might just do a little action, do some viewer interaction, stuff like that. About 23.5 hours from now, I'll be back. Put that link on my Twitter at JoinGrim1, at CrownUpGuy. You can find Fedor. His website, Fedor Holz, Fedor Holz, HOLDZ.com. You can find his website. You can find what else on your website? Your blog, videos.
Yeah, I just started it last month, so there will be some more book recommendations coming up. And if you want to know more about me and how I do live poker and online poker, just follow me.
There you go, man. All right, if you want to, there is a link in the description. Most people are there's a Facebook group that I post when I'm doing stuff, and some people ask questions, comment. It's fun. We got a bunch of people on there, so you can join that if you want to get future updates. That's it. Wrapped it up. Let's go eat, boys. I'm hungry. I need to put on some weight. Fedor, you got to put on some weight too. You got to eat.
Okay, it was a
All right,
pleasure.
guys. Take
Yeah.
it easy, buddy. I'll see you guys later out there.